What's up, everybody? Justin here, back with it feels like a really long time since I have done a video that has not been a reaction. I think the last video I did that was not a reaction was I think the Extreme Rules review, maybe. This is a new countdown video, a top 10 countdown. Top 10 worst matches ever that I've ever seen. And there's been a lot of bad matches that have, for some reason, have just not worked out. The guys or the girls did not have chemistry. Some of the bad matches were some of the worst ever were probably to blame on some of the talents. Maybe they were too old. They shouldn't have still been in the ring. I don't know. But here's my top 10. New countdown. Top 10 worst matches ever. I'll try to think of others to mention, but these are my top 10. Number 10. Number 10 is from WCW. And WCW had a lot of bad matches. They also had a lot of good and great wrestling matches, a lot of great tag team matches, a lot of great gimmick matches. WCW had the War Games, the Chamber of Horrors, stuff like that. Before I get to number 10, I will mention at Halloween Havoc 91, the Chamber of Horrors. My God, that was not a good match. Is it the worst ever? No. It's not in my top 10, but it was bad. It was a train wreck. I still think it's fun to watch because sometimes train wrecks are fun to watch. Or sometimes matches are so bad and things go so wrong that you just start cracking up and laughing about it when you watch it. So if you want a good laugh, watch Halloween Havoc 91, the Chamber of Horrors, where supposedly they acted like Abdullah the Butcher got cooked in an electric chair. That was hilarious. Anyways, number 10. I could mention other bad matches. Sable has been a part of a lot of bad matches. Sable Tori, WrestleMania 15, that was bad. That was one of the worst matches. Mr. McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, No Mercy 2003. That was not good. So I'm going to get to my top 10. Number 10 of the worst matches ever. Number 10 from WCW, Hog Wild, or Road Wild, 98. Number 10 is Jay Leno, the former Tonight Show host. Jay fucking Leno wrestled a match for some reason. I don't know why WCW thought it was a good idea. They got a ton of press off the Tonight Show, but it was bad. It was bad. It was god-awful. Number 10, Jay Leno in DDP against Hollywood Hogan and Eric Bischoff. Why? God, it was bad. That is number 10. One of the worst matches I've ever seen. Number 8. Number 9. Not number 8. Number 9, because I guess I don't know how to count. 10, then 9, then 8. Number 9, recently, 2 months ago, I believe. 3 months. I think it was 2 months ago. In Saudi Arabia. Number 9 is Goldberg against The Undertaker. Super Showdown. 2019. My God, it was bad. One of the worst matches I've ever seen. Now, I don't want to blame Undertaker. Yeah, he dropped Goldberg on his head in a tombstone, but so what? It was over 100 degrees. Goldberg got blown up. He also knocked himself out, I believe. But still, it was one of the worst matches ever. Number 9, Goldberg against The Undertaker. One of the worst matches. Number 8, from WWF. Number 9 was WWE match. This was in the WWF era. Number 8, from SummerSlam 92. Now, I just want to say, SummerSlam 92 I thought was a great event. The crowd was huge. They were hype. They were loud. They were excited. First ever pay-per-view from London, England, Wembley Stadium. It was great that the UK fans got a pay-per-view, a major pay-per-view. They've had a couple since, but not big shows, not the big four, not Royal Rumble, not a WrestleMania, not a SummerSlam again, and not a Survivor Series. And I hope one of these days WWE takes one of the big four pay-per-views to the UK again. Yeah, they've had big events, they've had takeovers, and WWF pay-per-views in the Attitude Era. In the Ruthless Aggression Era, they had some pay-per-views, but those were not like giant big shows. So number 8, again from SummerSlam 92, this match had no business being on the pay-per-view. Number 8 is Nails. Fucking Nails. The crazy man that, because he's angry at Vince McMahon, I don't know for what, over money or promise was broken that he wasn't getting a main event push. The guy wasn't a good enough heel to ever get a main event push as a heel. I'm sorry, Nails, you sucked. You looked like a psycho, and you looked like a real killer, and you looked like a real damn prisoner. You looked scary as hell, but you were not you shouldn't have deserved, you did not deserve, in my opinion, a big push as a heel. And you kind of got it in the beginning. You beat the crap out of the Big Boss Man on an episode of Superstars in 92 on the network. Anyways, Nails, the guy's one of the worst wrestlers ever. And the guy's a legit, something's wrong with him. The guy's crazy because the guy, in a meeting, he jumped over the desk and started choking Vince McMahon, trying to kill him. If you want trying to kill your boss, you're insane. I don't care how mad you were at Vince. That's insane to try to kill him. We're trying to choke him to death. I don't know what Nails was thinking. Obviously, the guy doesn't have a brain. The guy's intimidating. The guy had a good, scary look. But the guy was shit. Couldn't wrestle, couldn't cut promos. He's bad. The gimmick, it escaped or just got out of prison. I don't know if he got out of prison or he escaped. I don't know. I don't care. But for 1992, it was a good gimmick. So Nails against Virgil. SummerSlam 92, it was bad. Don't believe me, watch it on the network. It was one of the worst matches I've ever seen. Number 8, Nails against Virgil, SummerSlam 92. Number 7 from WCW. Again, they had a lot of bad matches. Probably more bad matches that were train wrecks than WWF at the time. Number 7 from WCW Uncensored 95. The first ever uncensored pay-per-view. I bet you can guess what I'm going to say. If you know what match, I believe, kicked off Uncensored 95. I think it was the first match on the pay-per-view. God, it was bad. It was so bad, it was funny and hilarious. From Uncensored 95, number 7, Dustin Rhodes against a Black Top Bully in a King of the Road match. King of the fucking Road. They were legit on a highway in back of a giant trailer, giant semi-truck trailer, and they were fighting and having a fucking match, trying to have a match when the trailer was moving like 40 miles per hour or whatever, 35 or 50 miles per hour. It was ridiculous. And the trailer was making turns, and they had like a helicopter following. Looked like they had a helicopter shot. That was a waste of money. My God. Ted Turner gave up his money to some really stupid gimmick matches that probably had to come out of his money. The damn helicopter shot. King of the Road match, one of the worst I've ever seen, is number 7. Number 6, from WCW again. Number 6, from WCW Halloween Havoc 98, Hollywood Hogan, The Warrior. My God, it was bad. It was so bad. It was awful. Both of these guys were not in their prime. They were a lot slower than they were in 1990. It was a rematch, whatever, 8 years in the making. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to see a rematch. A lot of, I guess, fans or insiders or people believe the rematch was just booked and they just brought in Warrior so Hogan could get a win over Warrior and get his loss back. I don't really believe that. Because why would you pay Warrior so much damn money just to have him job to Hogan? That wouldn't make sense. But again, WCW, they didn't make sense a lot of the damn time. They did a lot of stupid shit. Number 6, Hollywood Hogan and The Warrior, Halloween Havoc 98 is so bad. I dare you to watch it and not want to turn it off or fall asleep or just burst out laughing. So that's number 6. There's 5 more matches that are worse than Warrior Hogan at Halloween Havoc. Number 5, WCW again. The rest of the top 5 is, I'll tell you, the rest of the top 5 is WCW matches, a New Japan Pro Wrestling match, and TNA matches. Number 5, from WCW Thunder, April 26th, 2000, it was shit. I don't know why they booked it. It was awful. Sunny, Tammy Sitch, went to WCW in 2000. I don't know why they brought her in. Because she lost her looks from all the drug use and partying. She was probably still a drug addict or pill addict, whatever she was on. She didn't look good anymore. She looked good in 98, in my opinion. She still looked damn good in 98, but not in 2000. She was still young. She's probably like 34. 33, 32, and she looked bad for her age. That's what drugs will do to you people. They take your looks, they make you look 10, 20 years older. So don't do drugs. Number 5, Sunny, Tammy Sitch against Paisley. It was so bad. It was embarrassing to watch. And I recently watched it because I wanted to see how bad it was. And it was bad. From WCW Thunder, April 26th, 2000, Sunny Paisley is number 5. By the way, they didn't call her Sunny in WCW because they couldn't. She was Tammy Sitch. Number 4 from WCW Thunder again. WCW Thunder from January 11th, 2000. Oklahoma. The Oklahoma character. God, he was shit. That was just embarrassing and just so wrong to make fun of JR. So number 4 is Oklahoma. I believe the fat fuck was actually WCW Cruiserweight Champion at one point, which that was embarrassing. They should have just threw the Cruiserweight title in the trash and burned it when Oklahoma won it. Ed Ferrara, who played Oklahoma, used to write for WWF in the Attitude Era, went to WCW with Russo. And Ed Ferrara, if I ever see you, I doubt I ever will, but if I ever saw you at like a wrestling convention, I doubt you would ever be there. But if you were, I would spit in your fucking face for making fun of JR and thinking it was the right thing to do, thinking you were in the right for making fun of JR, a guy that had Bell's palsy three different times, and you're making fun of his looks, his health problems, and you're just making fun of him. It was wrong. It was so wrong. Like, why? I don't, man, Russo and for Ed Ferrara, whoever the fuck came up with that Oklahoma character, deserves to get their ass kicked. Why pick on JR? The guy's one of the greatest of all time. It wasn't his fault. He got sick. So Oklahoma against Medusa. WCW Thunder, January 11th, 2000 is number 4. Fuck you, Oklahoma. I don't blame Medusa. It wasn't her fault. She had to be in the fucking ring with the fat bastard Oklahoma, Ed Ferrara. I'm sure she was embarrassed. I think she got poured barbecue sauce all over her body. And she was in a brawl. I think it was like an evening gown match or something. It was embarrassing. I'm sure Medusa was embarrassed. She had to do that and take barbecue sauce all over her chest. And that was another thing that was just wrong. And another shot at JR. Oklahoma's carrying around barbecue sauce. Like, again, like ripping and making fun of JR. Because he had his own barbecue sauce. Still does. I'm sure it tastes great. I've never got to taste it. So again, Oklahoma, fuck you, Ed Ferrara. Fuck you to hell, you scumbag piece of shit. You fat bastard, fat fuck. You never deserved to be in the wrestling business. And you damn sure should have never been in the ring playing the character Oklahoma. It was so wrong, so ridiculous, so stupid. It didn't get you over. It didn't get WCW over. It didn't get anybody over. So, Oklahoma, wherever the fuck you are, Ed Ferrara, I hope you're suffering somehow. Number 3, from TNA. TNA Wrestling. This was still when they were TNA. Number 3 is Jenna Morasco or something. Jenna against Sharmell at TNA Victory Road 2009. It was so bad. One of the worst matches I've ever seen. Excuse me for belching. But that's natural. Anyways, God, it was embarrassing. I watched it last week. I couldn't. First off, Jenna from Survivor. She didn't want to take any bumps. She didn't even try. It was embarrassing how she took bumps. She didn't know how to. I don't know who the hell tried to help her or train her, but it was awful. She obviously was not a wrestler. Whoever trained her and helped her, she couldn't pick up what the hell they told her to do. It was bad, and it was on a pay-per-view. What the hell were you thinking, TNA? I guess this was Russo booking. Well, fuck you, Russo. This was a bad fucking idea. It was embarrassing as hell, and it was one of the worst matches I've ever seen. I felt bad for Sharmell, Booker T's wife, because she had to be involved in one of the most embarrassing, worst matches ever in wrestling history. First off, Jenna comes into the ring, and I guess Awesome Kong was in her corner for some reason. Jenna gets in the ring, and she goes, climbs under the second rope and sticks her ass out like she's a porn star and is backing her ass up in very tight shorts, backing her ass up at the camera. Like she's a prostitute. I don't know what the hell kind of entrance that was and what the fuck she was doing. I guess TNA, during this match, Jenna thought, hell, that's my entrance because this is the TNA company, the tits and ass company. So maybe that's why she stuck her ass out. I don't know what she was doing. But it was embarrassing. You're not in a strip club stage. You're going into a wrestling ring, okay, honey? I don't know what the hell Jenna's doing. Former Survivor contestant. I don't care what she's doing. She's probably on a strip club stage in some state in America. Probably stripping or prostituting. Who knows? She's probably a nice woman, but in real life. But God almighty, she should have knew how bad she was at wrestling, and she should have said to the company, I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to embarrass the company. But it's mostly TNA's fault, and Dixie Carter and Vince Russo's fault because they wanted her to come in because they thought she was a celebrity. Number 2. Again, Jenna Sharmell was at Victory Road 2009. I don't suggest you ever watch that match because it's so bad. Number 2. From New Japan Pro Wrestling. I didn't think they would have one of the worst matches I've ever seen, but they did. At the G1, the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 in 1994. Nails. For some reason, they hired Nails. He's back. He was in the number 8 worst match. He's back at number 2. Nails against El Gigante. Nails against El Gigante. Let that sink in for a minute. It was El Gigante, the guy who could not wrestle ever. He was a giant. He could barely move. The guy couldn't do anything except a claw and chops to the head. Or knife edge chops to the chest. And Nails couldn't do anything but choke you. It was one of the worst matches I've ever seen. Again, New Japan, what were you thinking? You were thinking these two guys had a big name? I don't know. But it was in 1994. New Japan's G1, Nails against El Gigante. It's on YouTube, the match, and it is so bad. I think El Gigante won. I watched it about a week ago. I couldn't believe how bad it was. Number one from TNA. One of the most embarrassing matches of all time. One of the most embarrassing moments in pro wrestling ever. One of the worst matches ever because the guy was messed up. The guy was either drunk or high. Who am I talking about? Jeff Hardy. I hope Jeff Hardy gets clean and sober again. The guy was arrested I think twice in 2 years he's been arrested. I hope the guy goes to a damn rehab and gets clean and sober for good. But Jeff Hardy deserves to be picked on. For Victory Road 2011, it was so goddamn embarrassing. Sting against Jeff Hardy. You could tell Sting was upset after the match. I think he hit a Scorpion Death drop and tried to cover Jeff, and Jeff tried to kick out at 3. And God, it was so fucking bad. So embarrassing. Jeff Hardy comes to the ring high as fuck. Guy is high as a kite. It was embarrassing. If I was Sting, I would have been furious. I would have been talking to the ref like, are you fucking kidding me? This guy is really messed up on something. If I was Sting, I would have walked out. I think I would have walked out. I think Bischoff came out on the mic and tried to distract everybody from how messed up Jeff Hardy was, I think. I don't really remember. I do believe Bischoff came out and tried to distract Sting or something. Again, TNA, you have one of the worst matches ever. Is number 1 from TNA Victory Road 2011, Sting versus Jeff Hardy. That's my top 10. Worst matches ever. What are some of your worst matches you've ever seen? I gave you my top 10. Hope you enjoyed it. And there are many more worst matches. I just can't think of many right now. I gave you 10 and a couple others. So yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed this new countdown, top 10 worst matches ever. I gave you matches from WWE, WWF, WCW, and TNA and New Japan. Bye for now, everybody.